Now it's not. Now it's fucking going. So yeah, what we doing?
It's a good question. It's been some downtime. You haven't heard anything from the Lamp Blacks.
The devil?
The devil eagerly awaits his next corpse.
I threw in the corpse of our former party member.
Okay, yeah, you fed him Lupin.
Yeah, I fed him Lupin.
Nice.
It's quote unquote fucked off. It doesn't say where he fucked off to.
That's right.
And
But otherwise, you guys are just chilling in the inn.
Dirk is playing. Dirk is playing Five Finger Fillet. He's trying to impress everybody there. Hopefully they're all gathered around him as he continually fails to stab himself in the fingers.
Hey, there's this thing called a fortune roll.
Yeah.
When you need to make a determination about a situation the PCs aren't directly involved in. Fuck, you're directly
I am
involved in this.
directly involved in this. I am playing Five Finger Fillet.
Hey, when an outcome is uncertain but no other roll applies, let's do a fortune roll. We haven't done a fortune roll.
Is this to decide whether I succeed in Five Finger Fillet?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Well, hold on, let me see here. I'll give you +1 dice because you have a major advantage, and you get 1 dice for each trait rating.
Trait rating, what do you mean?
That's what I'm looking at. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'll give you 2 dice.
Alright. So fortune roll, this is gonna be heat, tier, entanglement, gather info, attribute. Should this just be sheer blasted luck that I
Yeah,
choose?
sheer blast luck. That's right.
Alright. Submit. Input value 3.
You get 2 dice.
2? Gotcha. Value 2. Oh wait, no. Never mind. That was a note. Fortune, sheer blasted luck. What do I put in for note?
5 finger fillet.
Gotcha. Nice.
best of
2.
luck.
Extra 0. And
Hey,
Yeah!
hey. Yes, you have a good outcome. People are enraptured.
yeah, Dirk just took out like a he takes out one he took out like one of his knuckle knives and he's just like it's a fucking big fuck off knife and he's just like rapidly stabbing between his fingers.
How are we introducing? How are we introducing our newbies? How are we bringing in?
I mean,
Ludwig
if you already had,
hotels?
the fifth gang member, we could just say my character was there and just wasn't important in the last
Okay.
session.
That's up to you because I've got an idea for how I could introduce our 2 newbies. I've got an idea.
I have an idea what. No, actually, let's run with your ideas. Like, what is your idea?
So essentially, he's in the bar right now. I just got done dumping some waste in the river, and I just I come in, I order a round of drinks, and in celebration of the 2 people I've dragged in off of the street who have come forward with promises that they will be very useful to our operation.
Yes, science is a very useful skill to have.
Wait, so you barge in with the 2 new people?
Yeah, I'm just showing them
And nobody's paying attention to you because I rolled a 6 on my 5 finger fillet.
I just ordered a round of drinks, and no one noticed, so it's good. It's a cheaper round of drinks that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
but are you playing Five Finger Fillet with a hammer?
No, with my knuckle knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you playing Five Finger Fillet with a hammer?
I'm playing. No, yeah, my character plays Five Finger Fillet with a steel bat. Yeah. Even when you do it right, you still cripple your hand. It's what real hardcore people do.
And by the way, Eric, to be clear, when I say knuckle knives, because you were confused about it before, I mean this. These are like
I'm
Dirk's
assuming
signature weapons.
Like, the brass knuckles with the
Yeah.
Barbarians.
I just. What the
Do
hell?
I get do I get anything out of this, or is it just like the rapturous applause of the drunken patrons of Lute's
Oh,
bar?
you get your rapturous applause.
Nice,
I just.
beautiful.
I open the door and I'm like, "Oi, Lutz! Couple of drinks here. Actually, a drink for everyone. On the ass. On me. On the ass. Be nice though. I brought in 2 new fellas."
Yeah, he turns around, waving dismissively, and is like getting glasses off of the shelf.
Dirk. Oh bloody hell! What have you done to the fucking table?
I showed it who's boss is what I did. 5-finger fillet. I set a new record.
Oh fuck! We're gonna have to replace another one. Right. I just gotta sit down. I've got 2 new people here. 2 new seaside rustlers.
You know you don't have to replace the table. I can gladly take it. I could use it in my experiments.
I changed my mind. I want out of this party. I want out of the.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Dirk Danger, alias Dangerous Dirk.
Right. This here is Ludwig. This is Joe.
Dr. Ludwig von Kressler.
Can you patch me up if I get shot?
With science, of course. I just need to make a potion for that.
Alright, he's a doctor then. And for Joe, I don't know, she seems pretty fucking rough and ready to kill some stuff. And that's what I got on the cards today.
Nice.
Joe just says, "I'm not doing a fucking accent."
I mean, yeah, you're a local. You don't have an accent.
Wunderbar.
Fantastic.
See,
So-
I should have listened to the first part, so I would have known that this would be an accent party.
Don't worry, I forget to do it half the time.
He does.
See, what you already have like a London accent, Snake.
Yeah? I just decided to make it more ridiculous. Well,
Although that is true, you do sound very posh compared to what we're supposed to be here.
my guy was former law enforcement. He's worked for the man.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
now he's in it for himself. He's also a fucking art collector, so there you go.
There you go.
Now, good sir, where's your local laboratory? I need to do my
Oh well,
science.
I'm sorry to tell you, Ludwig, we don't have one yet, but we're working on it. We're an up we're
What?
we're
What?
we're an up and
What
coming
the-
young group who fighting for our worth, and that's why we're here today. Dirk, how'd you feel about grabbing some land, getting some money?
What the
Sounds
the-
alright. You got a particular job in mind.
Well, we took it to the Red Sashes. Actually, how long ago? How much of a time gap has there been between sessions, Austin? Do you think?
How much do you want there to be?
I'd say probably this is the next day. If that's
Sure.
feasible, yeah. Like yesterday, we took it to the Red Sashes, and now I feel we gotta secure the home front. Go grab some turf, and then if we got some time left over, then we'll go do some. We'll go show these two around the Crow's Foot, and do some smashing.
Ah,
Right, Dirk,
scientific smashing, I assume.
Dirk nods and says, "Right, how geared up should I be? Want me to bring the sledgehammer?"
How much risk do you think there's going to be wandering around our own neighbourhood? I'd say bring the bare minimum of what we need. I'm only taking a couple of pistols,
Right.
unless
Marking down to 3 light to 3 load. Taking away my sledgehammer.
Oh, should probably equip a weapon to me. Good sir, I never much use weapons. I'm more of a man of science. Former academic, in fact. Yes. Foods.
So are we deciding load and whatnot now?
yeah.
Hmm.
My knives,
I'm going with
Scary
a light
weapon.
load.
Climbing. Or
I'm just looking what I have.
climbing gear is 2, I believe. Maybe I don't need a climbing gear.
Actually, Austin, I'm gonna send a private message to you because I do not know
Okay.
if this would fall under unusual or if I'd need to do a project. But I had a weapon idea that I want to follow up on. I don't mind if you decide.
Also, Eric, if you haven't noticed yet, in the handouts all the equipment is listed.
And handouts.
Handouts.
So it is.
Whoa, wait, these aren't. Oh no, standard items. Okay.
Yeah.
Here is
Yeah, each class
2.
gets like a specific subset of items
Yeah,
that have their
and then there's just common items available to everyone.
Oh man. Yes, I can bring my
So-
bring my blowgun.
What do you think of that
Huh.
for a weapon idea?
That's pretty fucking sick.
Do you,
It doesn't
do
say
you
what like
think
the
I'd need
weight
to make
or
that a
size
long-term
value. is.
project? Or...
Yeah, it doesn't list the weight on the handout. I forget where it's listed in
Now,
the.
if you bring an unusual weapon, I'll let that be the unusual weapon.
Sweet. Okay. As for the weight of it, that's how many tick boxes it has. So if it has
Yeah,
one
but
Wait,
it's
tick,
not
it's
in the
one weight.
handout. It's not in the handout.
Oh,
So, wait.
steel-toed boots are literally listed unusual weapon. Great, because that's what I was.
So
doing.
wait, also I'm just looking at blowgun. Does that mean I can make I can make poison and just blow it, shoot it at someone?
Oh, your blowguns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I've still got a. Okay.
Are items
Saints.
actually listed in the book? Because I'm forgetting. Oh yeah. It's also in your playbook right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
A large weapon, heavy armor, climbing gear, demolition tools are all 2 ticks.
So is fine hand weapon, fine heavy weapon any different from like a large weapon or
Yes.
Yeah.
The difference is the quality. So quality is one of the things that goes into an effect roll. So
If can they break or something or
using like a high quality weapon can like increase the effects of what you're rolling for.
Okay. So fine heavy weapon is just objectively better than a large weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I make my knives fine hand weapon, or do they have to be a blade or 2 because I have 2 of them? I have 1 on each hand.
Given your knives, we'll just consider your knives as like one thing.
All right, cool.
I have
Be
a
a
question,
fine hand
Austin.
weapon. Gotcha.
When can I make bombs?
You can technically, I'm pretty sure the leech can make bombs at any point in time. Like you have some downtime right now.
Yeah. And what do I use? Do I use like my
Oh,
alchemetics from my fucking bandrolls or?
I mean, you would have to look at page 70.
7. Okay.
Now, see,
Alchemy.
it's long-term projects to create certain kinds of chemicals.
I would like. I mean, I guess I can just make a bomb now.
Alright, so I'm taking along, aside from my stuff that I get for free, I'm taking along a blade or 2, burglary gear and documents. And it's for my free stuff, that's fine pair of pistols and an unusual weapon.
Actually, bombs take up space, don't they?
Well, I mean, technically they're in your bandolier.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I'll keep my climbing gear. Actually, no. I'll replace it with demolition tools.
So yeah, when you use a bandolier slot, you choose one of those alchemicals. Like those are alchemicals that already exist. If you wanted to make a custom one, you would need like a workshop and
Okay.
a long-term project.
But so I can't take one. But can I take one of the banderol things and just say it's a bomb?
Yeah, it's a grenade.
Good. Good.
It's a side effect: collateral damage and/or heat. A small explosive charge with a short fuse that detonates into metal shrapnel.
Nice.
Now, I suggested we go and get turf. We've got options though. We can take turf, and we can take turf on the left, which leads to a barracks, a fighting pits, an infirmary, or blue coat intimidation. Or we can take we can take terrorized citizens, street fences, or turf right now. But there's a map to this, like that's basically our upgrade path.
Which will lead us fastest to a thing with workshop or something for me?
That would just be leveling up the crew, which we're 2 check boxes away from that.
Okay.
I'll link an image of the gang upgrade path in the Roll20 right now, just so we're all clear on which bit of turf we should be going for on this map.
Yeah, you can go up, left, down, right.
We don't want terrorized citizens, that do we?
No.
Nah.
I'm thinking that we go for the turf on the right first off.
Yeah,
we can get a warehouse.
Really? I figured you'd go for the one on the left.
Oh yeah, the
so you
left,
can
the
get
fighting pits.
Oh my god, wait. Heat equals coin in downtime. Fuck me.
Fighting pit.
We're getting a fighting pits. Yeah, we're not running a protection
your tier
racket.
roll minus heat. So your tier roll right now is 0, so you get 2 dice and take the worst minus your total heat. Are you kidding me? You guys aren't gonna get any coin in downtime.
I want fighting pits.
And you know what? From there, we can also get blue coat intimidation to reduce the heat.
Yeah,
This seems
highly
weird.
suggest blue coat intimidation.
Blue coat intimidation is there, but protection racket's on the right. That's weird.
He's looking. What do you mean? How's that weird?
You would think blue coat intimidation and protection racket would be, closely related.
Why?
Because they're of a similar nature.
Well, blue coats you're literally intimidating the police.
Oh! I misunderstood. I misunderstood
you
blue coat.
collar, didn't you?
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah, we're getting the turf on the left. That's what we got to do. Now, how do we go about this?
For the record, though, just with protection racket, my character's background is literally racketeering.
I say we'll start taking the. We should grab as much turf as we can anyway, but let's get the one on the left first.
Yeah.
And not to mention that could lead to barracks and +1 scale for your thug cohorts. That's something.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. How do we go about this then?
We got to do an operation, so Austin's got to throw us up the challenge that would let us grab this territory. Like, present us with the sitch.
Where would this turf
let's
be?
see. You guys are newcomers to the docks. You've recently formed, and I'm going to go to the docks and see what else is here. Brightstone, Coleridge, Crowsfoot, the docks, notables, scenes, streets. I need to go to the gangs. So there are several gangs in the docks. So it's more of a who do you want to piss off and steal shit from.
Nice. All right. What are the gangs?
Well, it's more about looking at their turf because they don't. You should say like the docks. Like for example, the Crows. Well, no, that's a bad example because they just claim Crow's Foot. Oh, here you go. Like the bill hooks, a butcher shop, stockyard, and slaughterhouse, animal fighting pits, and gambling dens. Several terrified merchants and businesses which they extort. So, if you wanted to go steal territory from the bill hooks, you would be like running into a like large mercantile area and just fucking shit up until like you're taking a claim on it. destroying their protection rackets and stuff.
Just as a suggestion, that already sounds pretty good to me.
Or the other thing you could do is find like Ulf Ironborn and beat up some
I was
of
gonna
his
suggest
boys.
that. Ulf
Beat-
Ironborn.
And that's more straight up, because he's just a fighty man.
His turf is rooms, workshop, and a stable down at the Old Forge Tavern.
Which the Old Forge Tavern is in the docks.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can expand Loot's business as well.
Yeah, and that place has a workshop, even though it's just mechanical fluff. But hey, it's a workshop. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
so
who we're fucking up.
I draw out a map and I put it down on the table and I point to that tavern and say, right, I implicated Ulf Ironborn in what happened to the Red Sashes last week. I say we now go down there and get some revenge for the Red Sashes.
Fucking Ironborn up.
I mean, he's a Skovlander, much like myself. He wants to fight everyone for turf, so I say let's preempt him. Go down there and fuck him up.
Yeah, he's pretty low tier, but man's got balls.
Ah, yes.
This will be a nice, honest, straight-up fight. There's a bunch of brawlers on a bunch of brawlers, and, I'll bring guns, but that's neither here nor there.
Ah, proper rumble.
Proper rumble, does this sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe I'll get to use my science for this.
Where's the Old Iron Forge? I thought it was in the docks.
Actually, would you guys recommend taking a fine hand weapon or a pistol? I'm already taking a fine heavy weapon and unusual weapon, so
Take whatever you want.
A pistol
I
might
should-
be a good backup in case
Yeah.
you're at range.
Yeah.
Granted, I've got all
Are
the
you, taking,
rolls.
are you taking any armor?
oh no. How does that
I
work?
didn't take armor. Armor doesn't work like pure damage reduction. It's like if you're hit with something that would cause you physical harm, you can say, "Okay, I'm going to tick off my armor to take that for me." So armor
I
is like
see.
one use.
Yeah, no, I didn't take armor.
I can still hear you guys, by the way, but I'm just doing something real quick.
I took unusual weapon, fine heavy weapon, pistol, and Rage Essence Vial.
Gotcha. So you took unusual weapon, heavy weapon, and Rage Essence Vial,
Yes, and a
and a
pistol.
pistol. Then you can still take 2 more things.
Wait, 2 more things.
Yeah, because the 2 weapons or two things of weapons and armor do not count towards. Oh wait, no, but you took a fine heavy weapon, right?
Yeah, that
Okay,
counts
so
as
you
2
can take
points.
one more thing. You take one more thing. Rage Essence Vial is in italic, so it doesn't count towards your load.
Ah, okay. So,
Take one more thing. You could take a second pistol, throwing knives.
I think I'm gonna take the blade again, the fine hand weapon, because the ball song. Just because I had that at one point, might as well keep it.
Gotcha.
Even though I don't think I have too much use for it, but a knife is a good multi-purpose tool. I otherwise don't have any blade, and if I need to cut something.
Beautiful.
I think Ulf is actually not in the docks. He's
Oh,
in the Coal Ridge,
Oh boy.
he's in
which
the
is
what?
actually pretty far away.
Oh, god damn it.
The Coal Ridge. He's on the opposite side of town.
We already went through the whole narrative thing, and you're just now telling us this?
Sorry. Hey, it says on the gang thing. He's enemies with the citizens of Coleridge.
Okay, well, I guess we're not taking Ulf Ironborns. I guess that whole thing was non-canon, that whole interaction.
Wait, so where are we?
We're in the docks.
Okay.
It's kind of weird in that none of these gangs say where they are. Hmm.
Let's see.
Maybe it's like up to you to place them down, Austin, or
No, because they all have like specific enemies and specific turf.
Where are the Foghounds?
Foghounds.
Oh wait, no, they're allies of the Lamp Blackstone. God damn it.
You don't want to piss them off. Oh, actually, you know what?
What?
I bet the docks are somewhat can have some influence from the brigade, the Sallies.
Where
The
is that?
firefighters.
They-
It's not a gang. It's one of
Oh.
the factions. But the brigade or the firefighters, also known as Sallies, from salamanders. But if you piss off the brigade, people might hate you.
Yeah. Where are the Grey Cloaks?
Fuck, my mic was muted this whole fucking
Yeah, we can't take Ulf Ironborn. He's actually not in the docks. He's like
I know,
way on the
I
other
heard
side
that.
of the
I was
dock.
still listening. I'm
Alright.
saying we go for the billhooks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but where are the Grey Cloaks? I just want to explore our options.
Basement of a burned down city watch station. They're in 6 towers.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
How about the Grinders? Where are they?
An abandoned dock warehouse.
Dock warehouse, yeah.
They're allies of Ulf Ironborn and the Dockers. Oh, the Dockers, fuck.
Well, hey, we're allies with the citizens of the docks, not the dockers themselves.
Yeah, the dockers are something completely different.
Yeah.
Okay. Enemies.
So are they on the docks?
Yeah.
They're also enemies of the sailors, despite being allies of the Dockers.
Well,
Yeah, we
look
could.
Look at their goal: raise a crew and steal a warship.
Oh man.
Fuck. Yeah,
Fuck
okay.
that.
Yeah, fuck these guys. I want to do that.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna take
We
the
just,
Grinders then?
Yeah, we'll bring the fight to the ground.
Nice. Yeah.
So
All right. So
I retcon
rewind that interaction we had.
I pull out a map and I stab a knife. Right. I take one of your knuckle knives and I stab it right there. And I was like, Grinders.
Aye. Grinders. What? The people don't obsess with that old ship there.
Yeah, I say we knock them down a peg.
I don't get it. All they want is a ship, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to have one?
Nah. No.
All right.
Besides, they got valuable land in these here docks, and we could be doing with that.
Yeah. Fuck boats.
My
boats.
thoughts exactly.
Yes, untrustworthy things they are.
All right, so you want to smash and grab on some
Some
grinders?
Yeah.
Some Grinders. I don't think we'd be hitting their headquarters just yet, but maybe we can start with one of their
Take some of their
underground. Well, yeah, with one of their canal docks, one of their underground docks. Yeah.
Mechanically, we're getting tough, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the narrative aim of this, is like, grab some of their assets.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Did you read the situation for the grinders?
Skimmed.
So here I'll just point out the big things. So they're not native. They're from Skovlin, and they actually came here to steal and wreck a bunch of shit in order to get a warship to fuck over Duskval and
Yeah,
just
fuck 'em.
help.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, let's take these fuckers down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are big Duskval people.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also a Skovlander, but I don't have as much vitriol as these fellas do. I quite like it here.
All right. Actually, they're kind of saying that. Wait, it's Skovlandish. Ain't you Skovlandish?
Yeah, I'm Skovlandish. What of it?
Not a very big patriot.
not at all. No. Think about it this way. They've decided we got fucked over, and we did get fucked over. But this city's all... It's much fucking better than Scotland ever was.
Alright,
I just think,
let's think some shit.
in some ways, being dragged over here is a bit of an opportunity. And I
Very
need to
good.
use that opportunity.
Very smart man. Patriotism is just a worthless thing people have made up to feel good about themselves.
Alright, let's think some shit. Let's go.
So yeah, we head out on the streets ready to bring the fight to the grinders.
All right. So, do you guys want to gather? Oh wait, no, gather information during downtime. Do you want to gather any information on like your place of choice here? So, here I'll just give this to you guys. You know the grinders are working a series of shops under an extortion racket to the northeastern side of the docks. So what's your guys' plan?
Do we know
plans
do we know
can
the
be on-
shops in particular?
No, we don't. But the
Okay,
plans can be on page 16.
So how would we gather info?
So
We
like,
could get our muckraker friend to help.
That's a good point. We
Yeah.
can also slip some money to
Any
the
checks?
shopkeepers for information.
I mean, they're allies with the Dockers, though, so... let's see. Let's look at our contacts. We have Danny Shanks, who's our muckraker or journalist contact. Who else could possibly? Let's see. There's a ward boss, a physiker, a blacksmith, a blue coat, and a pit fighter.
Let me take a gander.
oh, maybe your blue coat's seen some shit going down with the
Hmm.
place.
So it's just selecting which contact we take for our +1 dice. So gather info without a contact or friend helping is just 1 dice, right?
Mm,
This just says.
no, it's
spend-
based on your
table.
skill. If you want to consort, survey, or study.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have any of those. It's just a specific person is going to have to do this.
So what
I
were the,
have-
What were the free skills again?
Well, I think you could argue using any of them to gather information.
Which
Survey,
which
Consort.
Well, the examples they use are consort, survey, and study. But like theoretically, you could use hunt, right?
a target,
Oh,
gather
yeah,
information
yeah.
on its location and movements.
Barry has stuff in there, right?
Yeah. So I say we know that there's a row of shops on the northeastern end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lead a hunt basically.
And you could get like help from a contact for another dice. You could have our blue coat maybe, or maybe Danny.
What about Walker, a ward boss? Surely he wouldn't be too. It doesn't say what he's a ward boss of, but if we say
The fuck
he's,
is-
well, I mean these are all wards in the city, are they not? Like the docks,
Oh,
Brightstone.
Yeah, I'm assuming it means like a political boss.
yeah.
So he surely wouldn't be too happy about this, would he?
Seeing as how he's a contact, he probably wouldn't be. Yeah.
So could I do a hunt with him essentially?
Sure.
All right, so
Oh, what are you looking for? What kind of information do you want to gather?
we want to find out, like, basically,
Which
know,
shops
this-
they're operating out of.
yeah, and I imagine that to glean that information, we would, like, basically wait and see who comes along to collect.
Sure.
And from that person, we can get more information.
Get to roll hunt with another dice because you got a contact with you.
What's my position here?
Controlled.
Controlled position for effect?
Yep.
Standard effect.
Yeah.
Okay, extra 1 dice.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's a. Let's see.
Yeah, that
Nice.
extra dice helped.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
did.
what got me the 6.
So yeah, you see, it's there seems to be like a tool shop that they operate out of. Okay, you get on the tail of a grinder. It's pretty obvious, you know. Let me go look up what the gangs here. The grinders specifically. Notable assets. Ah, I see. Okay. You notice that you spot like a group of mutated individuals, you know, like they have like a missing ear or like an extra eye, or they've been like disfigured, their faces are kind of messed up, and you can pretty easily assume that, you know, oh, looking at some grinders, and you get like, you notice they're carrying like explosives and wrecking tools. So it's okay, you found the grinders. You stalk them through a couple of shops. They start actually on the canal, and they hit up what look like 2 restaurants and like a casino, and then end at a let's go to Purveyors of Vice. They end at a temple, actually. And the entire time they're like rowing down on this gondola.
And we're following them like on foot
Yeah.
side of the canal.
Are we
Yeah,
with him, or is it just him and
It's just him in the contact.
Yeah.
So like you're walking, and the ward boss is pointing out.
contact's
"Oh, yeah,
name is
what's up?"
Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Walker. Walker points out he's looking at a restaurant. So, yes, that is. They have the greatest Leviathan meat I've had in quite a while.
Oh, are they extorting it?
Quite. I haven't set foot back in. The product is not up to my standard of quality. I believe they can't afford it anymore because of the grinders.
All right then. So we catch up with this gang. We give them a bit of a rough and tumble so that the rest of my gang can be happy about the outcome, and then we'll sort out this racket.
He nods and says, "So, Mr. Swan, what do you plan to do once you're in control of it?"
I haven't quite decided that yet myself, but don't worry, it'll be better than what they're doing.
Let's hope.
Right.
Good.
And now we know the shop to smash up. Now we can begin the operation proper.
Ah, yes.
So yeah, I reconvene with the rest of them, and I point out the restaurant. I point out, was it a tool shop and a temple, a couple of other shops.
There's like 2 restaurants, a temple, and yeah, like a general store.
So yeah, I give them the list. Like, okay, so this is what we've got. This is what we've got going for us. They got this nice big fancy restaurant. Apparently, really good steaks.
Can I smash this recklessly, or I gotta smash it all precise like?
Well, we got to smash it. What do you think would make them angriest?
Nice, recklessly it is.
Right? Yeah, we won't even show
Smash
them
it.
any care in how we smash it. They're gonna walk in there and think it was careless.
Smash. Yes. 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 That's what you hooligans do. Smash things. Yes.
So, what's your guys' plan?
Smash things.
The plan is one of assault. Do
Mhm.
violence to a target.
So, you're gonna hit the restaurant and just lure them out?
Essentially, yeah. We're gonna draw a patrol of them out and then fucking destroy the patrol.
All right, so let's talk about this restaurant. It's immediately here. I'll draw it out for you. Let's go to the bottom where I got this nice little bit of white space. So let's see the street. kind of, well, I'll draw the canal first. So the canal kind of goes like that. There's a bridge like right here, and then your restaurant has like a seating area right along the canal, right? But then the actual area itself, the actual building, would be like right here.
What are the blue coat patrols like on this street? Are they frequent or?
Yeah, so
otherwise?
there's probably like more buildings up this way and like further north.
The interior of the restaurant, I imagine, is much the same. It's just it's a wide seating plan with like a bar area.
Yeah, so there's the streets. Like, let me do it in a different color. There's a little side street like over here, and then more buildings here. And the street probably also goes across the bridge. Probably goes up like that.
So I turn to everyone in the gang and say, right, well, we've got options then. We can just go in from the front. There's a couple of other buildings, so we could probably climb on the roof and begin from the top down. Or, you know, we could just stand from across the river and I can pelt the place with gunfire. We've got plenty of options. Any suggestions?
What?
I was saying, how do you want to approach this place?
Well,
Less
I have a
obstacles that get in the way of me smashing the better. But, you know, a few dead bodies ain't gonna do me no... ain't gonna lose any sleep over that.
It's a pretty wide...
Eric, are you here?
We've lost Eric.
Oh. Eric.
Oh no.
Wonder how long he's been gone.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything in a while. I'll stop recording till he gets back. Like, well, actually, I did ask, so how frequent are blue coat patrols on the street, Austin? Like, what's our window if we were gonna hit this place, do you think?
It'll be a... Well, so it depends on the goal, right? Like, you're trying to attract attention.
From a gang.
So you're going to want to sit there for, like, as long as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Like, just, like, constantly smashing shit up.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is go in there and, you know, you three can start fucking things up as much as you want. I could try and make sure that the gang gets there, essentially. Whereas the blue coats do not. Or I could try and speed the gang up to getting there.
We could all do like a group action, like a group action of prowling to get to the restaurant, like a back entrance without alerting the blue coats.
Oh, right. You guys lost your sneak thief, so
Yeah.
group prowl is a little harder now.
Well, keep in mind the group prowl. We succeeded it last time because of me, not.
That's true.
And like we're starting this group prowl from our base, so it wouldn't be like under duress.
Yeah, we're kind of taking it every step at a time.
Yeah,
So we
if
could
you guys
just.
would want to like encroach on the like. Where do you want to enter?
There's got to be a back entrance, right?
I brought
It is
birds.
a restaurant.
really
It is a
want-
restaurant.
I was gonna say, do we want to take a back entrance? Like, it's a restaurant. We can't just,
And we're doing a smash, so we could just... And they've got an outside area, we can just run into the
Do
front
all of
and
us
get
have
them.
3 load? Do all of us have 3 load?
Yes.
Oh, I have 5.
I have 5.
Oh, damn. Because if we all had 3, then we could just walk in through the front door inconspicuously.
It's fine. Let's just start...
I can go down to 3 load. Easy peasy.
We haven't
Right.
started the op yet, so... Do
And I have
wanna-
demolition
do
tool.
you want to
So
walk in there
with
nice
reload.
and easy?
yeah. Swede, why do you have 5 load?
Oh, science gear.
Yeah, you could cut some of that down, and we could enter in with.
I mean, let's see. Actually, no,
If you could
actually,
get down light, then we could walk in.
what should I get rid of? Tinkering tools or wrecker tools?
I have demolition tools, so
So I take away wrecker tool. Now I just have bandrolls,
You mean bandoliers?
bandoliers, whatever, with the
And-
science scuff on them.
and that brings you down to light.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We could all just walk in through the front door as customers, as we're unassuming.
But I mean, even if we weren't, like, the point is still to attract attention, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to be stealthy with this.
I have an idea though that means getting into the restaurant would actually be beneficial first.
Alright.
Which is, we'll go in there, you guys start wrecking it, but I basically start fortifying it.
Yeah, the point is to get in there without running into trouble along the way before we actually get inside. And just having 3 load makes that a lot simpler. So nice. That's our plan, Austin. We get in, we just go in normally as like regular customers, but once we're inside, we just immediately start wrecking the place and start fortifying it as well, so people can't get in while we wreck it.
It almost sounds like you guys are doing a stealth operation.
Well, it's
Oh, but
stage
that's
one
where you're
stuff.
not wanted. So you are wanted there. Yeah. No, it's still an assault. Okay, cool.
Mm.
So,
Not to mention, there is a thing that could fuck us over.
Well, that being
The engagement roll.
yeah, let's do an engagement roll.
all right, nice.
So yeah, so I'm gonna say that we're starting like on the bridge, walking over. So that's when the point of engagement kind of begins, essentially.
Well, I can with the engagement roll, I can just put you in there like as the action starts.
Yeah, because we're all at 3 load, so like we're not going to be questioned actually walking inside.
Okay.
Yeah, no way.
Not gonna be questioned.
Let me see how many dice I want to give you here. So you're fucking up the grinders, which are what, a tier 2? You're a tier 0. Yeah. I don't think this place is prepared, but because of the difference here, planning engagement. There it is. I'm gonna say they're weak. They're ill prepared, but because of the difference and it's it's their turf, I'm gonna give you 2 dice on the engagement roll.
And I guess Snake rolls that because he's the leader.
Where do I go to roll that then?
You just roll a RD, like 2d6.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey, you got a 6.
Nice, you got a 6.
The target is especially vulnerable. Oh wait.
Oh.
The PCs, you exploit the opportunity established by the detail. There are no sudden surprises as the actions begin. So, let's
Nice.
set this up. You're inside. You've already blown up the windows. Everyone, like, you've destroyed the seating area outside. Everyone has basically fled, and now you're just, like, smashing expensive bottles of wine and, like, banging up cabinets. You've flipped over tables to cover entrances, and you've boarded up windows. You're now hearing like shouts from the outside.
Is there anyone else still inside the shop?
If they're only if you want them to be. If you want hostages, I'll let you.
Yeah, I want hostages. I want to. Yeah, I want to make sure. I want to know exactly what they're doing here. Because something I have brought along. So I guess one of our hostages could be like one of the cooks. I guess maybe.
Yeah, if you want them to.
Sure.
I can make some rolls to figure these people out.
Because I have a find scary weapon or tool, which is for intimidation. And I am going to say that it is a glove with knives on it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Been playing Dead Rising 2. They just sellotaped on there.
Actually, can we have multiple hostages?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm actually going to take an action, just like gets the hostage's attention, and like, all right, to show we're not fucking around, just kills one hostage outright to prove we're not to be trifled with.
All right. So you have a stout man who is wearing a hooded coat with some like tall boots, right? You found him at the bar.
All right.
Um,
That's one of them.
How many did you want?
I guess 3 sounds fine. Because Eric's gonna kill one.
Okay. There's a woman there's a tall woman who she's wearing a rough tunic with like a skirt and some soft boots. She was actually enjoying a nice breakfast when you interrupted. It looks like she has money. And then you find another woman who is scarred. She was actually hiding behind the bar. Like, she got shoved out from like the kitchen. It doesn't look like she belongs there.
Oh. When are you killing, Eric?
The hooded man. He seems the most tough and will make the best example.
Aha.
Okay, so yeah, you hear shouts outside that's like, hey, who's in there, you lot? We're coming in. We're busting you up. Well, what do you guys do?
Kill the hostage and throw him out the window, Eric.
Oh, can I do this?
Intimidate
or
the
will this
shit.
fuck up with something with Snake? What Snake's doing?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So,
I'm covering the
what's your
entranceway
intent?
with guns.
By
What's your intent here?
to intimidate.
Okay.
We do want them to attack us
By showing them a dead giant man.
And I should keep in mind my weapons, or that I'd be using in this case, are probably like steel-toed boots. So like we're talking head stomping here.
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
So I think
So
it sounds like you're trying to sway.
would that be command? Well, because shit. Well, here it was.
Well, I guess it's more like, what's your goal?
Like I said, to intimidate.
So you want
To
to
intimidate
intimidate
people,
them?
yeah,
to-
by
Yeah,
killing-
intimidate or threaten under command.
Yeah, but like you want to threaten them, but what do you want them to do?
What's our like? Okay, what is our like objective as a group here?
Essentially, well, we wanted to drive a force of them here to get into a fight, but we wanted to do it on their turf. So
We want to
Okay,
make
but,
them
like,
that way.
a display of force, essentially.
So we want them to make a display of force.
Yeah, we want them to come in and attack us because we've got
Okay.
a nice secure we've got one of their locations essentially. We're basically dragging them into the open.
Yeah, so that we can show them that this is our place now.
Okay, essentially, yeah, I'm trying to scare them, make them, or at least think that we're a lot more well armed and, dangerous than we probably are, as far as I know.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and roll your command.
Okay, that's... what do I do for position?
I would say you guys are in control right now.
Okay.
Eh.
Has a standard effect.
Oh, what lovely.
Okay.
Good effect.
So command.
Oh, by the by, guys, just
And extra, just 0.
Yeah,
By the what?
just a 5.
Snake.
we can make flashbacks in case we want to retcon some details into our
That's true.
plan of attack. So remember that
Yeah.
in case like Swede say, "Oh, I want to have rigged up this area to explode" or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
You can call a flashback to say, "And then I will do this when we take over."
Wait, shit. Do I have? No, I don't have my knife anymore because you made me go down to light.
Okay, so I think this happens with reduced effects. So you chuck the corpse, you like Barry like swings open a door, you chuck the corpse out into the street, and then like hide back in and you just hear from the outside like boy, what's this then? You kill one of our patrons. That it? That all you got? Alright. Yeah. And then you just like hear like quiet murmuring from outside. It sounds like they're coming up with a plan.
Can I try and overhear it? Like sneak closer to the entranceway because I've boarded it up with tables and such to limit like, visibility inside. What should I roll to try and hear that? What does it sound like I'm trying to do here?
I think it's prowl.
Okay. I've only got 1 dice in this. What's my stress? My stress on a different page. Here's my